I'm Dylan,
I'm Cameron.
And I'm Aiden.
and this is the DCA Sports Podcast. We cover everything sports, football, basketball, and eventually more as the season goes on. In this episode, we're breaking down the recent NFL games and wrapping things up with a hot take you won't want to miss. Let's get into it.
Did you say it any fucking faster?
All right, bro. Like, really? I'm
This
trying
guy's
not to
unlocked.
let.
This guy's unlocked. All right.
That was kind of perfect. We had a good joke.
This guy's unlocked.
I don't know how to say it, like, naturally.
All right. Either way,
I think that was good. What do you mean?
I think that was good too. I think we should get straight into it.
You're the one hating into it. All right.
I think we should get straight into it.
All right, what game we starting off with first?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I got a lot to talk about on the Patriots game.
Oh my
You
god.
always have a lot to talk about.
Here we go with the Patriots.
Big Patriots guy right here.
You just start with the Patriots to somebody.
Well, I mean, I'm expecting you to start with the Patriots when you say I have something to say about the Patriots.
So I gotta say something. The fucking Patriots are back, man. Like
We've been waiting for you to say something.
We might be one of the best teams in the AFC.
Whoa!
I mean it.
What?
I mean it.
What are you yapping about?
I am saying it right here, right now.
What is this guy talking about?
I'm talking top 8, and I'm saying they're
Okay.
not 8.
That is not.
Top
That,
8.
That's not.
It's not 8.
That's not one of the best teams in the AFC if you're top 8.
Wait,
I was gonna say. Top 8 is like pretty okay.
Fuck, I just fucked up that part.
Yeah, we can tell. One of the top 8 teams in the AFC. One of the top 8.
We're the best team in the AFC, but we're also top 8.
All right, but no, hold on. I'm gonna name some teams then, and I want you to say like if you want this team or if you want that team. Like let's start with the Buffalo Bills. Would you rather Buffalo Bills or the Patriots? I mean, me personally, I don't give a fuck if they just lost their first game. I'm still taking the Bills.
I'm taking Drake May. At Sunday night, the team's crowd did a whiteout. Did you hear the crowd? The crowd was.
I don't give I don't care about the crowd. Does the crowd play the football game? Does the crowd play the football game? Does the crowd play the football team?
It plays a factor.
I don't care.
What do you mean?
Are the Patriots 4-1? Are the Patriots 4-1?
Player playing his biggest
Are the Patriots 4-1?
At that point, you're telling me that it is not impressive that he walked into a hostile environment on a Sunday night to a team who's 14-0 previously at home. Like, dude, you're telling me that
See, I'm not saying that it's not impressive.
Doesn't help. You're telling me that home environment
No, I'm not.
Doesn't play a factor into the fact of why they won 14 home games in a row.
I'm not saying that at all, but you're not making it about football. You're making it about the fans. You're coming up with an excuse to name why they're a top team and why you're choosing them. You're just not choosing the Bills over the Patriots. In a 3-game series, I'm taking the Bills.
I'm taking the Patriots.
The fans do not affect that much.
They affect that much. I'm not gonna lie. They definitely do in football.
There's
But
actually
like you also, it's just no. You're not taking Drake May over a reigning MVP. Solidified himself as one of the best.
You took him over Josh Allen?
After what I watched,
yes, he said I'm taking Drake May.
No, that's insane.
I watched on Sunday night.
I like Drake May.
He had no. Listen, you gotta understand. The Patriots still, as much as we brought in offensive linemen and brought in protection and brought in help around Drake May, he still doesn't have a complete offensive line around him. He still has little patches that can be bad, but you see it. Like Josh Allen when he had a team similar to this point, and like Patrick Mahomes too, and like other.
Okay,
players.
but you're not understanding. We're not taking this based off of what they can be or what they're going to be. We're taking this off of right now, and right now you're not taking the Patriots. You're like thinking about this like statistically for the future. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about right now, this season.
Roster-wise, do you want to go roster-wise? Because I can do that.
That's pretty much what we're doing. We're going based off of their records and how they've played this season. You're taking the Bills. There's just there's no reason to take the Patriots in that situation other than the fact that yes, they did come in and win that huge game.
I've already said I'm taking the Patriots.
Okay.
All right.
I won't. I wouldn't. I don't really know much
Dylan, you're going to be the tiebreaker in all of these because I'm taking the Bills. I'm very easily taking the 4-1 Bills, 3-2.
I mean, from a casual standpoint, I would take the Bills. Just looking statistically.
So then, right now, currently, it is 0-1, Aiden. We are winning because again, I agree with that take. I don't think the Bills are, or I think the Bills are better than the Patriots.
What about the Steelers?
Oh, I'm taking the Patriots. I'm not. Actually, that's a hot take. I'm gonna. Ooh.
Tim, give your take and I take. I'll be the tiebreaker between the two.
Honestly, that's really close. I think with the way. I don't think I don't know. Aiden, you go first.
So, in my opinion, when I watch the Steelers play so far, when I've seen them run the ball, it looks very clunky. You know, the running backs aren't able necessarily to see as much. Although Kenneth Gainwell in that one game, where what do you have, like 3 touchdowns? Wasn't it like 3 touchdowns, Cam?
I have no idea.
It was something like 3 touchdowns. Whatever their last game was. I think they played week 4 because I think they were on bye this week. But other than that one game, the running game has just really looked clunky, personally. Like, you know, when they're running up the middle, you know, obviously it's not a pretty run. Big gaps aren't opening up a lot. But, you know, when you watch teams like the Eagles run, Saquon Barkley gets these little gaps, and then he's able to take that and turn that into something bigger, you know? With them, their offensive linemen, I don't think their blocking ability is good enough to be able to shift the defensive linemen that they've gone up against recently. And honestly, I think that just won't, you know, blend well in the future.
Well, I'm going to go off of what already happened this season, and I'm taking the Steelers. They handed the Patriots their first loss and led them to 2-1. So I'm taking the Steelers over the Patriots because they already won.
I mean,
that's easy. I'm taking a team that already won than a team that lost.
It's also hard to make the argument because we just put the Bills over the Patriots as the Patriots just beat the Bills.
That's different though. The Bills are normally a very winning team. I'm going with the Steelers because when they do have their starting running back, their running room is insane. Like they don't have a running back that misses. And I think their running game is easily destroying the Patriots. Okay. The Patriots don't even have a running game. Antonio Gibson out for the rest of the year. I'm not talking about the defense. If we want to talk about the defense, Jalen Ramsey's playing amazing.
Their running backs, then if we bring back,
I'm talking about the running game. I'm not talking about specific running backs. I'm talking about the running game.
Okay, but
I'm talking about the running game. I'm talking about specific parts of the team.
We'll say that it's arguably the Steelers and Patriots. Like you could argue that the Patriots could be better. So we'll put it as that. So right now you got the Bills over the Patriots and maybe the Steelers.
You're the tiebreaker.
I mean, both of your points make sense. I feel like it's almost contradicting through the other one, which I get it's like not the same thing. But if, like you said before, it's a tough take. I don't know if you had to change your mind or anything, but
I'm still taking it. I think the Patriots are a great team, but I still think that the Steelers edge out, win over them, even with how good the Patriots played in that game against the Steelers. I'm still taking the Steelers.
Okay, wait.
But do you think? Wait, what were you saying?
No, I was going to move on to a next team.
A next team? All right, so
Patriots or Dolphins?
I have an interesting.
Let's go through the AFC East first. Okay. Patriots or Dolphins?
Patriots.
I'm easily taking the Dolphins. Or not the Dolphins, Patriots, my bad. Patriots.
All right.
Jets. Oh, wait, what was your tiebreaker for the Steelers? First Patriots. What was that?
Just because it's like, it just seems like a very back and forth argument where you can really make a case that the Patriots could be better than them. I'll give him that just for now. Just to see where they end up.
Patriots or Dolphins? Easily the Patriots.
Patriots.
Not worried about that. Patriots or Jets? Easily the Jets. Or not the Jets, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, you cannot lie, the Jets have been playing great football. They just can't win a game to save their life.
Justin Fields has been playing amazing. I swear, for once in my life, I'm going to swap it around. The Jets' defense, They are not. They are not doing it. They cannot get
Really?
stops at all.
No, they
Aren't there
cannot. Sauce
defense-
Gardner is a holding machine.
He's a penalty machine, and the thing is, he's not changed. I know me and Cam have talked about this before.
We
He's
literally
never
just
changed
talked
from
about this
his
the other
rookie
day.
year. The
Sauce
refs
Gardner is
finally
the
started
same
calling
football
it.
player. Sauce Gardner is the same football player from when he came out of his rookie year. He still holds. He still has a tendency to grab at that jersey. And he still has a tendency to try and cut the route, but never actually cut the route the proper way. And if he does, it's every blue moon. He's the exact same player, and he's the reason that this defense is con.
How old is he now? Like, what, 25, 26?
He's not. I don't even think he's that old. I think he's like 24, 23.
Yeah, I think
He's very young.
I want to say.
So would you say he has a chance to improve
Of
on that?
course.
Oh,
When you're that young, you have a chance to prove it. It's just the fact that it's a scarier notion that he's been in the league for like 2-3 years, and he's still the exact same football player. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
honestly, in my opinion, I mean, this is my opinion. This isn't like fact based or anything. I mean, I have a couple of players to back it up, but in my opinion, I've said this countless times. The Jets are the Jets. I think that Sauce Gardner needs to be put around a different coaching staff. I don't think he needs to leave the Jets. I don't think leaving New York's the thing. I think he needs a new defensive coordinator, a new DB coach, somebody who's going to teach him how to use his hands without grabbing at the jersey and grabbing at shoulder pads and legs as somebody's jumping, you know?
Well, I mean, it's also this thing of every single offseason, we see him in boxing gloves. We see him focusing on punching the ball out. When is it going to translate into an actual game? Because I don't know
Isn't
about you,
it
I'm
a
sick and
very
tired
rare
seeing
amount of
those
time?
clips.
Even a
Sick and
rare
tired
amount of
seeing
time
that.
where you actually do that.
Yeah,
What?
he gets very little
Box like
pass-
gloves?
Punching the ball out?
He gets very
Yeah.
little pass breakups.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know what
It's just the
number
fact
is.
of the matter
I'll
that they
look at
try
the
and...
number for the pass breakups on him, but it's not good. I do know that.
All right, but Patriots or Chargers?
I'll take the Chargers on that. Justin Herbert.
So we got the
I'm so
Chargers and
happy.
Bills.
I'm so happy you agreed with that one. The Chargers by far.
Lad McConkey, once he starts playing to a top tier level, like I feel like he actually.
It's just not close.
It's just not going to be close. Like that team, like in my opinion, I think the Chargers are almost a lock to win the AFC West, and that's including the fact that I am well aware that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have a big end of the season like they always do. The Kansas City Chiefs, everybody needs to remember, they never ever start off good.
So here's the next question, though: Broncos or Patriots? This is a lot closer than I think people realize.
Oh, see, I go
Like,
back and forth.
if Bo
as a
Nix is
Patriots fan
playing,
on this.
if Bo Nix is playing solid football, even good football, they easily beat the Patriots out. But he's just not playing great football right now.
And the thing is, like, with his rookie year, he was great in his rookie year, but the thing was also a consistency thing, you know? He wasn't
He was great in his
necessarily
rookie year, but
consistent, you know? But it's
he
also
started
a
slow.
complex offense, you know? He's in that Sean Payton complex offense. He's got a lot
we
to
love
do.
Sean Payton.
Sean
He's a
Payton,
stud.
great offensive mind. Took Drew Brees, made him one of the greatest.
Shout out to the Saints. Shout out. Oh, okay, whoa. Shout out to the Saints. But you know, personally, I'm taking the Broncos.
Is this something we'll have to wait and see how the Broncos perform?
We'll return to this like in the future.
So it's enough.
but This one's up in the air. This one genuinely could go either way because they both teams have the exact same record. Both teams have played significantly well. It's just it all depends on who you want to take, like personally in this situation.
Yeah.
And I'm not doubting against the Patriots. I'm just taking the Broncos because I believe the Broncos have a higher ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe the Patriots have a crazy high ceiling too. But
We'll come back on this list once it's all finished, and we'll
Dylan,
see how it goes throughout the season.
Track of this list.
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I was gonna say
Fine.
we come back to it. We just need to keep track of it. Perfect. So I personally, again, like Cam just said, it's really like this is kind of just personal opinion, and then trying to back it up. For me, I would personally take the Patriots based off like the consistency factor. Like, obviously, there's no way to simulate it, but like if we were talking, this is like out of a span of 5 games, right? I think the Patriots would win more games because of consistency in the quarterback spot. I think Drake
as of right
May
now, they're
on a
tied.
day-to-day basis can play better than Bo Nix can, And then
I think it's just once that Bo Nix hits that stretch of good games, it's not close.
And then my other thing though is that, with the return with Christian Gonzalez coming back now, he adds a different level to our secondary, Instead of having Marcus Jones and who's the other guy? I remember who the I can't remember his name. But instead of Marcus Jones and the other guy, now it is Christian Gonzalez, who in the league is a certified corner. Every receiver says Christian Gonzalez is a tough guy to get around. And the stats back it up. He locks down virtually every receiver he faces. And, I think with the pass rush the Patriots have been able to get against teams like the Bills and other teams like the Steelers, I think that factor of adding an elite player into the secondary puts us just above, even though they have Patrick Surtain.
I don't know. Personally, I'm going to stick with the Broncos just because that is a great point. I just think Pat Surtain is easily the best corner in football.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Pat Surtain's the best corner in football, but I think when you look at the overall defense of the Patriots, I just think it's more well-rounded with our linebacking core, especially since we also got Jelani Tavai back, who's been very consistently very good, top 10 in tackles every year since he's been on the Patriots. So,
all right. So, Dylan, what's your tiebreaker?
So I think is another one. Kind of was the Steelers. It's another arguable one that we could give it to Aiden.
He did get the Steelers last time.
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm going to give us the Broncos just because he got the Steelers last time.
No, I get that. We'll say arguably at the end of this, just so
Patriots or Chiefs?
He can come back on it.
Patriots or Chiefs?
I can go to Chiefs.
Patriots.
I get to be the tiebreaker. What a poll.
If we're taking the current form Chiefs right now, we're talking about a team that has looked very sluggish with wide receiver play that has looked poor. Although, with Rashee Rice coming back and Xavier Worthy now not being injured, I will say that I can definitely see when the Chiefs, eventually get, the rust off their shoulders. Andy Reid starts calling some better plays, I can see when the Chiefs would take over that spot and be better, but I think as of right now, the Patriots are better.
I'm gonna break this tie probably with an unlikely one that you'll like. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here, just because we saw them play up to their opponent. When I watched that Chiefs versus Ravens game when Lamar Jackson was healthy before that hamstring injury, he made it look easy. Lamar made that defense look like shit, and then after that first drive, it wasn't even close. The Chiefs just genuinely had one of the best games that they've had in a pretty long time. They looked like the 2020 Chiefs. It was not even fair. And they didn't even have Tyreek Hill. It was just a great game, and the Chiefs played up to their opponent instead of playing down to their opponent like they have the rest of these games. So I'm going to take the Chiefs.
I've been passive with football the last couple of years, but when I did really watch was 2021, and didn't they start off bad then and then won? I don't know if they won the AFC or won the. I don't know really what they won. But didn't they have a really good comeback?
Yeah, I'm not talking about the Bills game in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
All right.
So what should we do for that one? Should we do another arguably or give it to the Chiefs?
It was the tiebreaker. I chose the Chiefs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I also said that that I can see the point when the Chiefs would take over, and I was
Patriot or Bengals.
Patriots.
Taking the Patriots.
Without Joe Burrow, the Bengals. Although, I will say, with them trading for Joe Flacco, I will be interested to see. Although, with the poor offensive
Browns
line,
quarterback.
I just don't think that he'll be able to move around as well and be able to get around, especially with the fact that his offensive line's not going to be very good.
Yeah, we kind of got to start picking it up a little bit. Patriots or Browns? feel like it's a pretty easy pick.
Patriots.
Patriots.
We're going the Browns.
You don't need to explain it. Patriots.
Patriots or
So their
Ravens? We're
standards
going
might.
the Ravens.
I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm on Ravens.
Obviously, we're going with the Patriots. Healthy,
I love
I
Derrick
don't think
Henry.
it's close.
Healthy,
I don't think it's close. I think the Ravens run away with this if they're fully.
Oh yeah.
It's just the fact that now that Lamar's injured, like not gonna be
How is
back
Derrick
for a
Henry
week or
though?
two.
Lamar, Aaron Wiggins. They have
All right, if we're going based off of full team potential, I'm taking the Ravens.
Oh, most definitely. But I'm going.
Especially with the fact that the Patriots will not stop giving the ball to Ramondre Stevenson. This dude fumbles like 2 or 3 times a game at this point, or at least that's exactly how it feels. He goes through this cycle where it's like, wow, this guy's amazing. He's such a good running back. To he fumbles the ball, and he just can't get a good play after that until the very next game. He's such a tedious little running back.
I mean, other than the Bills game where he got 2 touchdowns, he's just never been able to make up for it. It's crazy. It's insane. I've been saying it this year. They need to stop giving it to him. Get Travion the ball more, you know?
I'm gonna break the tie here with probably a less favorable one. I'm gonna go with the Ravens just because when they're fully healthy, it's not close. Right now they are better, but if we're talking about towards the tail end of the season, I think the Ravens pick it up as soon as Lamar gets. I think we see MVP Lamar lock in.
So we got the Patriots for that one. Titans.
No, Ravens.
Titans got that.
Patriots.
Colts versus Patriots. That's actually pretty
If we're
tight.
talking modern form right currently now, I'm taking the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking the Colts. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say this right now. If the Colts had a higher tier quarterback than Daniel Jones,
he's not even playing bad.
That they would probably be. I'm not saying Super Bowl contender, but I'm saying like dark horse. You know, like they could do it. The roster that is around
Shout out to Andrew Luck.
is crazy.
Shout out to my man Andrew Luck. Patriots or Jaguars? Taking the Jaguars.
Didn't the Jaguars only lose one game? It was like a really good game.
It's hard for me.
Taking the Jaguars. I'm taking the Jaguars. It's close, but it's not close enough. I'm taking Jags.
After that Chiefs game, and I watched Trevor Lawrence. That was a great performance by him, and honestly, with seeing Travis Hunter finally getting the ball in offense, and did you see the catch he made? Oh my God!
He made a great catch, especially his yak is insane. I'm just gonna say it now. His yak is insane, and he played great at corner. This was easily his best. People in the beginning of the season, like through week 1 and 2, I saw all over Twitter. They're just talking about how this guy cannot play positions. It's not possible to do it at an elite level. And they finally started playing him on more offensive snaps, and he's averaging like 67 something offensive snaps, and then he's averaging like 30 or 40 defensive snaps. It's working perfectly now.
It's amazing.
I'm taking the Jaguars.
All right. So then we got the Texans.
You put Tank Dell back in this offense, I'm taking the Texans, but he's not going to be in this offense probably at all this year, so I'm taking Patriots.
I'm not gonna lie, with all the injuries recently that he's had, I just think after he comes back, I just don't think he'll be that same receiver he was that we saw his rookie year.
He's going to be that same receiver, let's be honest.
You know?
All right, this is going to be the hardest one.
Let's go.
This is the hardest question. The Titans.
This is easy.
Titans. The Titans.
Cam Ward is nasty. No, I ain't gonna lie. That one game that we won is a terrible game from both teams, and we're not gonna win another game. I actually don't think we're gonna win another game.
Based off of exactly the arguments that me and Dylan had against you, the Patriots are sitting at top 8. But that's also not that impressive with looking at the teams that are underneath it. The teams that are underneath the Patriots and the AFC are the Dolphins, who are just not good. Without Tyreek, they're cooked for the rest of the season. The Jets, they can't put together an offensive, they can't put together anything at this point. Steelers,
revise my statement.
I'm still gonna fight that the Steelers should have taken. I'm still gonna argue that.
Am I tripping? Or the AFC just seemed way more weaker than the AFC or NFC?
The NFC? I mean, the NFC is pretty strong.
It's been way weaker for a little bit. But I'm gonna retort my first statement. Patriots, after looking at the teams in the AFC, based off of what I said, I was wrong. I do not believe they're a top 8 team. I believe they're a top 4 team in the AFC. So that means I believe the Patriots can get to
who
the
are you
divisional
knocking
round.
out the top 7 teams better? Who are you knocking out the top seven teams that we said are better? You have to choose from the Bills, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Colts, and the Jaguars. Who are you putting above them? Because there's only one team on here that you could argue
So
do
I
it.
said,
They're injured and they're not winning games.
at current form, the Patriots are better right now
Than the Ravens.
than the Ravens and Chiefs. And then, wait, what were the other teams we said?
The Bills, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Colts, and the Jaguars. I can see your argument for being better than the Chiefs, but anybody else, I just don't see it.
Jaguars.
No.
Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence hasn't done it consistently. I've been sitting here preaching consistency, talking about other quarterbacks. I praised Trevor Lawrence, but I'm going to say
Drake May also has not been doing this consistently.
I mean,
Drake May has not been doing this consistently. You can't bring up consistency while your quarterback is not consistent.
Consistently 275 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 77+ completion percentage. I mean, we're talking numbers that only quarterbacks like Brady, Marino, Manning. I mean, the numbers of right now are saying that Drake May is playing some of the best football we've ever seen. That's what the numbers are saying. And that's where my confidence in saying that the Patriots are better than all these teams are. You know?
They're just not.
And, as of right now, we're not going to have official proof to back up at the end of the season when we come back to it. Boom.
Would you say he's averaging per game?
275.
He's averaging 252.
Or, sorry. What was the number? Hold on. I didn't get the stat.
Averaging 252.
The exact stat right, but when you look it up, hold on.
He's averaging 252. He does have a great completion percentage. 7-2 for touchdowns and interceptions. I'm still taking the Jaguars over him.
So we got the Patriots at top, 4 or 5?
Top 5. Even with the Jaguars out of that conversation, they're still at the 5 position. I don't see right now with how the other teams are playing, you can, unless we're basing it off of what they could do, which we're not, the highest they can go is 5. And that's if we put them above the Jaguars, but I just don't see it. Personally, I just don't. Trevor Lawrence is playing great himself.
Drake May, in the 4th game of the season, tied the longest streak of consecutive games from 1970 to 2025 in the regular season within a single season.
All right, that's awesome. Shout out to the Patriots. Shout out to Drake May.
73% completion percentage, 200 passing yards, and a player rating of over 100. Only 2.
That's awesome. Shout out to Drake May.
Him.
That's awesome. Shout out to Drake May. I'm still taking the Jaguars over him. And even if you put the Patriots above the Jaguars, who are you taking out of the 4 teams ahead of them? The Colts, the Broncos, the Chargers, or the Bills? Exactly.
Colts.
Where do the Patriots go this season?
Moving on.
We'll see at the end of the season.
Do they have a chance to compete?
At the end of the season.
Compete for a playoff spot, yes. For a championship, no. They're not a championship team right now.
I'm not saying
if this team ages like wine, this is a dynasty. But that's if they age like wine.
I didn't say Super Bowl. I said dark horse divisional round.
I never said you said Super Bowl. See, now you're taking it mad deep.
Well, I'm just saying that's what it seemed like.
It's taking it a little deep, buddy.
All right, buddy. Let's chill out.
Taking it a little deep there, pal.
Right. Somebody else want to make a point on a team?
I mean, I could talk about my team.
Shout out to Spencer Rattler for getting his first win of the season. First win in 10 starts. Shout out to that guy.
I mean, the only thing...
Very disappointing. Very disappointing.
At this point, I don't know what the GM situation, I don't really follow the Saints like that is. But in my opinion, this is starting to look a little bit Washington Redskins-like.
I wouldn't go that far.
not like full blown.
See, the Washington Redskins never had success like we did in our time. I think right now we were really banking on Spencer Rattler developing. It just didn't happen. It was just one of those situations where like Spencer Rattler was one of the best quarterbacks in the country coming out of high school. He was a Heisman front leader before that season started and before he transferred. It didn't work out. Spencer Rattler's a great quarterback. It's not. He's playing okay. He's not playing good. He can't move the ball efficiently. You can't give the ball to Alvin Kamara and think he's still going to be one of the best running backs in the league when he has no O-line. And the O-line that he has that's still standing is okay at most. Like, Alvin Kamara has 73 carries on the year and he has 283 yards. He's not even averaging 4 yards. That's not Alvin Kamara's like. That's just not what he does. Like he does, but he doesn't.
And with Alvin Kamara aging, I mean, at this point, with like the young running backs we've seen coming out of draft classes, with Omari and Hampton, who's last week showed that he's gonna be very good in this league. In my opinion, after seeing him, I think Omari and Hampton will be very good. I wonder at some point, do you cut Cap and have to eventually do the hard thing, cut ties with Kamara like you did with...
Okay. If we go based off the math right now, Alvin Kamara has 73 attempts in the first 5 weeks. That means that every single game going forward, he is averaging 14.6 carries a game. Alvin Kamara has never averaged that many carries. If they keep force-feeding him the ball like this out of the backfield while he still has 17 catches, he's going to end up with almost 250 touches. He has never touched the ball that many times on the ground. The most he ever had in his career was 240, and that was back in 2021 when the Saints were one of the best teams in the NFL. And that same year, back in 2021, he had 47 catches. As of right now, they're on pace to give him his most touches on the ground, and they're not even Alvin Kamara. That's not the position that he needs to be in as a running back, especially this late into his career, being 30. They're trying to turn him into a workhorse. He's not a workhorse back. He's an elusive back that will not get tackled in the backfield because he's so just limber. And then once he gets into open field, he's gone. If he's not gone, he's putting on a move.
Yeah, I mean, once again, like I said, at some point, I feel like Alvin Kamara just needs to be traded. At some point, you can't...
To be fair, though, he also is on pace for his most catches of his...
I mean,
or not his most, but...
forcing him the ball, but, when push comes to shove for the future of the team, they need to eventually move on. Because,
Shout out to Rashid Rice. Not Rashid Rice. Rashid Shaheed. He had a great game, though.
Rashid Shaheed, I will say, he is a very fun receiver to watch. I just love
him. He actually had just such a good game. He got 4 or 5 targets. He had 4 catches and 114 yards with a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, if he's getting the ball that game, he's either going... No in between.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, quarterback play in New Orleans since Breeze.
Since Breeze has left has not been good.
It's been horrible. And there's nothing
it's been mediocre.
For it. I mean, Jameis Winston at first.
Jameis Winston at first.
Jameis Winston was going to be helpful. But then,
if Jameis doesn't tear his ACL, we're going to the playoffs.
I mean, with the way he was leading that team in week 1, and then obviously he got hurt in, what was it?
He just played so good. I think it was deeper than that. But Jameis Winston, he was going to have best years of his entire career. He was going to change his career around. And now he's just sentenced to the bench.
First team since leaving the Bucs. I mean, he had a chance. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, he had a chance to be the face of a franchise again.
Of course. But
especially
that's not how that works.
Eye surgery. It's a big what if Jameis Winston never got hurt.
Okay, we're an hour in. I said we start with the hot takes.
Yeah, we don't really need to talk about the Titans. All right.
Nothing to talk about there. Poverty franchise.
All right, Dylan, you want to start with the hot takes?
Nothing to talk about there. Poverty.
We're about I'm about to talk about the Titans because I got a hot take for the Titans. And it's not
Look,
really
they're
that
not a
hot.
poverty franchise. Because that's a pretty hot take.
See, I feel like you guys will agree with this, so it's not going to be too hot for like us. But I feel like Cam Ward is going to be our Lord and Savior, or the
That's
person
not really
that is going to put us in poverty for another 20 years.
I like that take.
So it could be hot, depending how you take it. But what about the next take?
I mean, it's somewhat of a hot take. If you go based off statistics, it's not hot at all. But just the way you see him playing his offense, it's a pretty hot take. I'm going to take Jackson Smith and Jigba over multiple people that are top 5 wide receivers in the NFL right now. Like, we could go down the list. I would actually love to go down the list and say Jackson Smith and Jigba or this player.
We could quickly do
As
that.
of right now, this season, I'm taking Jackson Smith and Jigba over half the NFL.
Really?
Of course. Jackson Smith and Jigba is actually playing insane. There's only one receiver playing better than him, and he's on the Rams, and his name's Puka Nacua. Jackson Smith and Jigba is averaging 106 yards a game. He's been targeted 43 times, and he's come down with 34 of those targets. The only thing that you can genuinely sit there and look at him and be like, this is his problem, is fumbles. That's it. He has 2 fumbles. That is the only problem with his game.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to fight it. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I knew just coming out of OSU, he was going to be insane.
What are the every single year? What are the same consistent receivers that? Like, what are the top 10 wide receivers that we talk about every single year?
Devontae Adams.
I'm taking Jackson Smith and Jigba over Devontae Adams.
Tyreek Hill, but obviously he's hurt.
Well, Justin Jefferson.
Cooper Kupp. Can we just talk about
Justin
Cooper Kupp
Jefferson
for a
is
second?
super close.
Can
I'm
we
going to
just
take
talk about
Jefferson
Cooper
now.
Kupp for a second. Him in that Seattle offense, Jackson Smith and Jigba, in my opinion, has virtually made Cooper Kupp irrelevant.
He has. He's taken his game to the next level. People are still worried about. I mean, I don't know how long this is sustainable because some teams are still looking at Cooper Kupp like he's that versatile slot receiver. It's happened a few times. He's gotten a double here and there, which I don't know why. Like, I know Cooper's still a playmaker, but he's not a double machine anymore. But he's definitely taking some looks away from Jackson and getting them open. But now that we're so deep into the season and people have their team identities, people are doubling Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson is that guy. All right, good counter.
All right.
Great counter.
That was a great one.
Are we also not going to talk about the fact that Christian McCaffrey is top 6 right now in receiving yards over receivers like Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, Marvin Harrison Jr., Deebo Samuel, Rome Dunze, and Jalen Waddle? Like, the big names underneath this guy right now are actually insane. I don't know if we can count Malik Neighbors. Say if we even go back to last week, Christian McCaffrey still had more receiving yards than Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Tyreek Hill before his injury.
So
even Chris Olave.
I'm not knocking it at all. Fuck, forget it. I had a point and then I forgot what my point was.
All right, throw your take out. Throw your hot take out.
What's your hot take?
My hot take is that Jackson Dart is going to make the Giants the second in the NFC East.
Hot take.
So
hot
obviously,
take. Who comes first? Who comes first, though? Who comes first?
See, that's tough because both the Cowboys and the Eagles have been playing amazing. And honestly, so I'm just going to say this now. The Commanders, no matter what, are 3. I think no matter what, the Commanders will be 3. But I think Jackson Dart has one of those Cinderella freshman years, you know? Rookie year.
Okay, so here's my question. Let's look at the Giants' schedule if they win this game. Because right now I'm looking at this Commanders roster, and I say they win a lot of these games.
But I'm
like Commanders versus Bears.
Well, I mean,
I know. I just want to see where you think the Giants win and where you think.
Hold on. Let me pull up the Giants schedule.
And I want to tell you where I see the Commanders being my winners of this division.
Hold on. I'm pulling up
because I see the Commanders
right
at minimum winning 12 games.
All right, hold on.
Right now they're 3-2.
All right.
I say they beat the Bears going to 4-2. I say they beat the Cowboys going to 5-2. I say they get a surprise loss to the Chiefs going 5-3, and then I say they beat the Seahawks going to 6-3. And then Lions, I say they take a loss going 6-4. They beat the Dolphins. They beat the Broncos in a super close game. They beat the Vikings because they still can't figure it out. And then they beat the Giants, of course. And then they lose to the Eagles, beat the Cowboys again for the season sweep, and then they beat the Eagles.
Okay. So, I have a little swap around. I think, obviously, the Commanders are going to beat the Bears. I think the Cowboys will lose to the Commanders because I think the Cowboys are just going to fall off. Their defense, you can't sustain it. Dak Prescott's not going to be
Can't do anything with that.
Dak Prescott's not going to be able to put up 20, 30 points a game when your offense and when your defense is giving up 40 a game, you know? Like, that's not possible.
George Pickens a dog, though.
George Pickens, great receiver. I just looking at it, the Cowboys, they just can't sustain the way their offense has been playing.
No, they
I think
can't.
the Chiefs beat them. I think the Chiefs beat the Commanders. Commanders lose to the Seahawks. Commanders beat the Seahawks, lose to the Lions, beat the Dolphins, lose to the Broncos, beat the Vikings, lose to the Giants, lose to the Eagles, beat the Cowboys, lose to the Eagles again.
Okay. I think we have a very similar list. I think there's a few toss-ups there. But here's the thing, though. You still have them winning 11 games. Do you see the Giants being able to flip this team around at being 1-4 and somehow beating out? You see them beating out
5, 6.
Like, do you see that turnaround being possible?
I only have them at 8 wins.
You have them at 8 and 9?
Yeah.
You said 1, 2, 3.
They have 3 wins right now. They beat the Bears.
Well, I know what they have right now.
So, no, I'm telling you what it is. They beat the Bears. That's 4. They beat the Seahawks. Beat the Dolphins.
Beat the Cowboys, that's 5.
No.
Beat the Seahawks, that's 6.
I didn't say beat the Cowboys. Oh, wait, no, I did.
You said they lost to the Cowboys?
No,
I was going to say.
Cowboys, so that'd be 9, actually. I have 9. I have them going 9 and 8.
I don't see them losing to the Seahawks. I see that being a winnable game for them, especially when their defense gets a little bit better.
No, I said they beat the Seahawks.
Oh, I thought you said they lost. I thought you said lose, I believe.
Beat the Cowboys, beat the Seahawks, beat the Dolphins, beat the Vikings, and then beat the Cowboys at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. You don't see them picking up a single game against Philadelphia?
I don't think they can do it.
I see them taking one.
I think with the way the Eagles have been playing, with Jalen Hurts not throwing the ball around, I think once Jalen Hurts gets this rust off his shoulders,
here's my question though for you.
It's not being stopped.
How do you see the Giants genuinely coming together to be able to come second in this division when they don't have Malik Neighbors on their roster?
So that's the factor that my hot take got messed up with.
Like, hold on. Let's look at this.
This hot take from 2 weeks ago.
Also, OBJ just got suspended for a 6-game PED.
Wait, what?
Wait, actually?
OBJ was just caught using performance-enhancing drugs, and he was 6 games 4 hours ago.
What?
That's insane.
Well, why does it matter? OBJ's not on a team.
I was going to say, he's not even on a team.
Beckham announced his pending suspension during appearance on the Pivot podcast.
Is that why he's not on a team?
He just hasn't been signed.
No, I know that, but like...
It's just because, like, OBJ is such a scary receiver to take. He got, like, $9 million Pivot contract because they thought he was going to be the same OBJ that came out of the Rams offense. He shows up there, he catches, like, 33 balls, 100 yards. You can't give that a contract and expect him to play good. But going back to the Giants...
Oh, no.
Going back to the Giants, looking at this schedule, what games do you see them? Because I'm going to throw out mine right here. I don't see them beating the Eagles. Don't see them beating the Broncos. They genuinely could. They could lose 9 straight. They don't beat the Eagles. That's 1. They're definitely not beating the Broncos without Malik Neighbors. That's 2. Because who's going to get open against Patrick Surtain? Lose to the Eagles again, that's 3. Lose to the 49ers, that's 4. Lose to the Bears, that's 5. Lose to the Packers, that's 6. Lose to the Lions, that's 7. They're not beating the Patriots, let's be honest. So that's 8. And then they play the Commanders. You see them being on...
See, okay,
there's a chance.
There's a factor of a difference between me and you. I'm saying that with good quarterback play finally being in New York, I'm saying Brian Dable can pull it together, finally call plays. We can see what the offense can finally do. Let's be honest. We haven't seen players like Darius Slayton at full form.
Okay, we've seen... No, whoa. We've seen enough of Darius Slayton.
Okay, but what good
Darius Slayton has been easily...
Okay, but when
Darius Slayton
Jones
has had so many opportunities.
But when Daniel Jones was playing great, right? Darius Slayton
was good.
Guys that was getting the ball. He was one of the main targets. Yeah. He was one of the main factors when Daniel Jones led the team to 10-7, right?
That was like 2-3 years ago when he wasn't fumbling the ball.
Okay, but I'm saying with a factor of good quarterback play, you got to remember things like fumbling can be mental. It's not necessarily always this player just literally doesn't know how to hold on to a football. It's this player mentally, he fucks up in his head and he's like, don't fumble the ball, causing him to fumble it, you know?
Either that, he just got the ball punched out.
I know.
Because he didn't have good ball security on it that one play.
Right. And I'm just
which he really didn't.
I'm saying with the factor of good quarterback play from a quarterback like Jackson Dart, who has a lot of flash, and
okay, but here's my question from you. What good quarterback play have we seen from Jackson Dart?
Last week.
Because he didn't play good in that game against the Chargers. He didn't exactly play that great against the Saints. He threw 2 blaring picks that looked like shit. He threw it straight to the DB.
Against the Chargers.
He also has a very wild... He did not play good against the Chargers. Don't even. His pass... No, he didn't. His passing touchdown was a shuffle pass. Don't get me wrong. That opening drive, he looked like he was about to have an elite rookie. After that drive, he didn't do a whole... You can't lie. After that first drive, he didn't look like the same Jackson Dart. That first drive was beautiful.
But over the season, he's going to develop, and he'll develop into the Jackson Dart I'm saying he'll be.
Okay, but here's another thing. When he scrambles, what are we doing there? He flares the ball around with one arm. He doesn't have very good protection on it. All it takes is literally 3 hours in the film room for an NFL defense to notice that, and as soon as he takes off, they go for that ball. He's losing it every single time because he's such a wild playing quarterback.
And over time,
do you fix that in a rookie and development him in that one season?
But you also have a quarterback-focused coach with Brian Dable who can fix that. He can fix that.
I mean, we don't honestly know if he can fix that.
But he can.
He can't fix Russell Wilson. He couldn't fix Daniel Jones.
All right.
You can say that, but he hasn't proven anything.
All right, we're sitting here and
he hasn't proven anything.
He couldn't fix Russell Wilson?
No, he couldn't. He put up his best game against a weak defense.
Nobody can fix Russell Wilson. He's proven it.
Sean Payton did just fine with it. He ended up fixing him to look like a pretty solid quarterback. Steelers fixed him last year and made him look pretty solid.
I don't know. Sean Payton one you wouldn't want to say. They literally
his last season on the Broncos, he looked decent.
They literally hated each other.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going off that. I'm saying his last season, he looked very decent.
Once again, with all the points that I've made, it's all based off factors of development, of if they develop it right.
True. I'm not a firm believer in Brian Dable. I think Brian Dable's a good coach. I just don't think that you can fix something that is like these small little blaring issues of quarterback play so fast. If we're talking about next season, I think it's very different, but
and obviously
you can't stop a quarterback from having that reckless play style that fast.
And obviously with it being a hot take, could just be a shitty take, but that's why we're doing it, right? Just tossing it out there.
Exactly.
Could happen. Just saying.
Dylan hasn't spoken in 5 minutes. 10 minutes.
Doesn't even know
I was just about to speak. I know who Jackson Dart is. I see him in TikTok edits. No, I'm not a huge...
I've seen him.
I'm more into basketball. That's why I haven't been... You know that.
We get into basketball.
But no, seriously.
I think...
You cannot lie, though. Where do you see the Giants... I'm serious. Which games do you see them winning on the rest of their schedule? I want you to open it and genuinely tell me which games you see them winning. I'm not arguing. I'm just very curious.
I'm saying Broncos, which is a very wishy-washy team. From time to time, Bo Nix, he can look like Auburn, he can look like end of days Auburn Bo Nix, where he's very antsy, trying to get the ball out quickly, but he's not getting the right reads, so he's, looking at one guy, not realizing he's got a linebacker under him, throwing ducks, It's just consistency with Bo Nix that makes me think Broncos, they could slip games to teams like a Giants if the Giants are having the right type of energy,
All right, next team.
49ers. Obviously, Mac Jones has been playing great. Obviously,
Brock's going to be back by then.
Great. But Brock Purdy, he's been very injury prone. And also coming off the injury, he could be very iffy. He's not going to be 100%, obviously. Bears, Caleb Williams. I'm not a full believer in Caleb Williams. I don't.
My man, come on. You see that offense only getting better. Come on.
I see the offense getting better, but I don't see Caleb getting better.
Okay, so at this point, you see them 6-4.
Mm-hmm. And then.
Okay, continue.
So, all right. This is where the factor comes in. If the development is right, Jackson Dart's got this team rolling. The team's confident. Dable's rolling. I could see them beating the Pats. I could. They have the scheme.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't see them.
They have the scheme.
I don't see them. Okay, so here's the thing, though. If we're going based off of that, at that point, let's see. You had them winning the Broncos. At that point, they're 2 wait, what are they? They're 2-5. And then the Eagles again, they're 2-6, 3-6, 4-6. You have them at 4-8 coming into the Patriots, and you have them on a 2-game losing streak, and you're saying they're hot.
That is.
They're
4-8 on a 2-game losing streak, saying they're hot enough to beat the Patriots, who, with their schedule, should come into that game extremely hot.
All right, but I'm saying
I'm not seeing your point.
Playing the Packers and the Lions, two extremely great teams. You don't necessarily have to win that game, those 2 games, to get the type of energy for it. You don't.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, though. You're coming into the Patriots. You're going before the Patriots play the Giants. They're playing the Bengals. No Joe Burrow. They're playing the Jets. It's the Jets. They're playing the Buccaneers, which that's a hard game for them to win or lose. But then also before that, they're playing the Falcons, the Browns, the Titans, the Saints. The Patriots are going to be on a fucking run. They are not going to lose to the Giants.
They're getting
just based off of their schedule difficulty. Wait. The Patriots are going to be rolling. They're going to be steamrolling teams.
So if they're playing a bunch of teams that are playing butterball, if they're playing a bunch of teams that are playing butterball, who's to say the Giants come in playing good football that can catch a team by surprise? We've seen it before. The Chiefs, it's happened to the Chiefs. It's happened to teams like the Bills. It happens all the time.
It has.
And the Patriots, they're not that number 1 type tier team, so who's to say that they can't do that? Who's to say they can't drop it, right?
I mean, but who's to say just based off of the schedule and how the Patriots play football right now that they're going to lose to this team?
We don't know what's going to happen. Stuff with Cam Ward could happen.
It's not a factor.
That's the point of hot take.
I'm not asking you to say the same thing over and over again. I'm asking you to find a different point because you're just repeating the same thing. I'm bringing new valid arguments. You're bringing no new valid argument other than the fact of time. Time. You have no argument.
I already told you that it's not a fact-based thing. It's a hot take. It's not necessarily fact-based, depending on what our...
No, but I want you to argue it with me. I don't want you to keep going, well, this could happen. This could happen. I understand that this could happen and this could happen. I want you to make a valid point, though.
And Cam,
something like that. That makes sense. Well, you didn't say it makes sense. It's a hot take. My take, we don't know what's going to happen. That stuff with Cam Ward could happen. That's the point of a hot take. We should end it, then.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to close it off?
You guys think this is a good spot to end it off? Close it off. So you guys got more to say. Thank you for listening to the pod. We do weekly podcasts. Well, if we can find time.
We are.
And I don't know what the
A
fuck
little
to say.
over an hour.
Peace.
There you go.
bro.
Shout out to bro. Thanks for
Ben.
listening.
Dude, we are over an hour.
We are
Hour and a
definitely
half.
over
Well, no,
something
I'm only
like that.
recording for an hour and 14 minutes.
So like an hour.
Yeah, it's probably around an hour.
All right, you think we should end it, man?
Alrighty. Who wants to close
Yeah.
it off?
I'll close it off since I didn't say much. Thank you for listening to the pod. We do weekly podcasts. Well, if we can find time. And I don't know what the fuck to say. Peace.
Bro.
Shout out to bro. Thanks for
Ben.
listening.
Bro.